Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really powerful bullish case for a crypto called Quant, or QNT. We're going to dig into the source material and see what's got everyone so excited.
So here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll look at the price chart and what's happening right now. Then we're going to zoom out and see the big picture. After that, we dive into the tech and the huge partnerships that could be the real fuel for what's to come.
All right, let's kick things off with what's probably on everyone's radar, some pretty big moves on the QNT price chart.
Yeah, you're seeing that right. The source material kicks off by pointing to this massive weekly candle, a price jump of over 40%. Now, this isn't just some random blip on the screen. This is the kind of move that really makes you sit up and pay attention, suggesting the bulls might be waking up after a long nap.
But here's where it gets really interesting. It's not just that the price is moving up, it's what it's moving towards. You got to think of it like the price is trying to break through this fixed ceiling that's held it down for ages. According to the source, if it can punch through, that's a huge signal. The old ceiling could become the new floor.
So the analysis lays out this three-stage boss battle for QNT. First up, it's got to get past the initial hurdle around 104 bucks. Then, the next big test is at 120, which is a major trend line. And if it conquers that, the final boss is at 135, a really heavy resistance zone that's been a problem for a long time.
Okay, so that's the immediate fight. But now, let's pull the camera back and look at the bigger picture, because this is where the long-term bullish case really starts to take shape.
The source makes a really key point here. Even with all the ups and downs, if you zoom out, the price has basically just been moving sideways. It's been stuck in this huge holding pattern, what we call consolidation. This isn't a bear market. It's more like a pressure cooker building up steam for the next big move.
And this is where you kind of get that déjà vu feeling. The source material draws this fascinating parallel between the chart now and how it looked right before that monster bull run back in 2021. The theory is that those little failed breakouts we saw recently, that was just the warm-up act. Now, the stage is being set for the main event.
Okay, a nice-looking chart is one thing, but what's actually under the hood? What is the fundamental tech that could support a move like that? This, right here, is where the story gets really good.
It really all begins with this thing called Overledger. The easiest way to think about it is like a universal translator for the entire crypto world. You see, blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum, they don't naturally speak the same language. Overledger lets them all talk to each other. And just as important, it's the bridge that connects all of them to the traditional financial world.
Then you've got the next layer, Quant Fusion. Now, if Overledger is the translator for everyone, Fusion is like a VIP armored superhighway built just for the big guys. We're talking major banks, financial institutions. It's their secure on-ramp to get into things like tokenized assets and DeFi.
And building on top of that is Quant Flow. Okay, this is the actual plumbing. These are the pipes and the wiring for this new digital economy. This is what handles things like programmable money, stablecoins, even tokenized deposits in your bank account. And it's built to plug right into the banking systems we already have.
So you put all those pieces together, Overledger, Fusion, and Flow, and what do you get? You get QuantNet. It's the whole shebang. It's this complete ecosystem designed to sit right in the middle of everything, connecting central banks, big institutions, and all sorts of blockchains. It's basically the central nervous system for the future of finance.
Now look, this all sounds great in theory, right? But is anyone actually using it? Well, yeah. And we're not talking about small startups. Quant's tech is being put to work by some of the biggest names in global finance.
And just check out this timeline. This isn't some slow 10-year plan. This is happening fast. Just last year, they were working on pilot projects with huge players like the Bank of England. Now, in 2024, they're not just experimenting, they're building the real live infrastructure for the UK's regulated financial network. That is a massive leap forward.
And look who's involved. Barclays, HSBC, Lloyds. I mean, this list reads like a who's who of the entire British banking industry. These are the pillars of the financial system. This tells you that this isn't some side project. This is the establishment getting serious about this technology.
And you don't have to take my word for it. Quant's own founder, Gilbert Verdian, puts it perfectly. He says this isn't about playing around in a sandbox anymore. This is the official move from just experimenting with blockchain to building live industrial-strength financial systems for an entire country.
So, let's connect all the dots, right? We've got the chart, we've got the incredible technology, and we've got these massive world-changing partnerships. What does it all mean when you put it together?
Here's maybe the most important thing to understand according to the source material. Quant isn't trying to be an Ethereum killer or an XRP killer. It's not a replacement. It's an enabler. It's the missing piece that allows all these other great networks to finally plug into the traditional financial world and really scale up. It lifts the tide for all boats.
And that brings us right back to where we started, the price chart. Think about it. While all this incredible foundational work was being done, while these huge partnerships were being signed, the price of QNT has been coiling up like a spring for over 1,200 days. That's more than 3 years of building a base.
Which leaves us with this one last, pretty intense question. You have the tech, you have the adoption by the biggest banks in the world, and you have a price that's been building pressure for over 3 years. The source material suggests that when this pressure is finally released, the move could be, and I'm quoting here, extremely violent. So the question isn't really if the new plumbing for the financial system is coming online, it's when.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.